Hi guys, so because of Prof. Omar's organophosphate study, I just wanted to do a video on how to set up the dialysis machine. It is a bit long, but it's not actually difficult whatsoever. It just takes a bit of time. So for the dialysis setup, you're going to need a charcoal filter. It's actually not really a charcoal filter, it's a styrene, but this is what it looks like. You can find these in Rachel's office. Second thing you're going to need is the connector cable. These are with the filters, so you should in Rachel's office, so you will find them quite easily as well. The hammer, the blue hammer, is very important in order to knock out air bubbles. You will find this in the study box in Rachel's office, together with the one artery that we're using as well. This is just so that it enables connecting easier. Last you're going to need are 4 bags of saline. So all of these are normal saline. Very simple. And one of the 5,000 units per mole heparin vials. Okay, you're going to need 3 moles of that. So to start off with, you grab 3 moles of your saline. So 15,000 units in total. 1.5. Okay. Just draw it up to okay. So you now have a 1 to 1,000, so 1,000 to 1 solution in there. Each bag gets 1,000 units, so 1 mole. Okay, just label your bags as well. Okay. The next thing is that you're going to open the cartridge. Take it out of its box. Okay, you'll see when it comes out, it's like that. Okay. It also comes with its own little spanner. It's important to keep. Take the cartridge out of its bag. You're going to get this. Okay, the way the cartridge sits is with the label facing readable. Blood goes in this way, comes out this way. You will see that. There's also a label saying blood flow over the ear. And you can't really see it very clearly on the video. You may be able to see it over there. There's a little arrow. Just in case you want to know which way the blood must flow. Okay. What you're going to do is turn the cartridge upside down, give it a good shake to get all the air to the top. You see there's a nice air pocket over there. You're going to open it. The spanner would work. Okay, just remember that it won't balance, so it will fall over. Then you take your remaining 11,000 units and you just inject it into the cartridge. Okay, make sure you do not put the needle too deep, otherwise it will pierce the membrane, which is not good. You can see how shallow I am. Okay, give it a bit of a tap, get some air out. find that it starts overflowing, just seal it up, give it a bit of a shake. You can open it up again and you should have a bit more space. Some more air there. Seal it nice and tight, and then you're going to shake this, agitate it for about 10 to 20 minutes in your hand. Okay. Okay. After 15 minutes has elapsed, you're then going to open your cartridge from both sides over a basin and then pour out that saline. So after emptying out the cartridge, you're then going to go to the patient's bedside. As you can see, I'm in full PPE, so apologies for the poor sound. The nurse would have then set up the dialysis machine up to this stage. So the cartridge is loaded and the bags have been hung. They need to then prime the machine. That's where you come in. When you have the priming circuit, you're going to have this. What you do is that you take one of your heparin bags and you connect it to the circuit. You hang your bag on the side. You then have to connect your filter to that filter. Take the artery and remove the red line, the red line from the bottom of the socket. That then goes to the bottom of this cartridge. Okay. The next step is to bring your connection tubing you connect the blue end to the top. The red end gets inserted to the bottom of the old filter. So this is what it should look like. Blood will come from the patient through that pump into this cartridge, be filtered first, then go through the normal Prisma cartridge, and then continue its normal circuit. After doing that, you then have to go and hit the prime button. Not the prime test, prime button. The machine will then start to prime itself. There will be very little flow through the cartridge initially, but it will speed up. You can see now that fluid is filling in the cartridge. When this pump starts to move a bit faster, that is when you need to wash your cartridge. The aim of this is to prevent bubbles forming inside this. So you will actually need to tap it with using the blue hammer. You can be quite vigorous about it. There we go. There's fluid flowing through it now, which means that you really have to get that air out. It helps to tilt the cartridge sideways, give it a tap, then turn it upright, give it a hammer. Focus there. As you can see, there's still a massive bubble over there, so we're going to turn it completely sideways. Going to turn it upside down. Then keep tilting it and hammering it. Halfway through the priming cycle, the machine is going to request that you hang a new bag. So you can actually let this drop. And you put up your second bag of solution. Hit the next cycle, and it will continue priming the circuit. You continue to hammer out all these bubbles. Okay. At this stage, your machine is going to say that it's actually ready. The problem with this set is that you actually need to reprime twice. So you're going to hang up a new bag of straight line. Around your new bag. Then you are going to hit the reprime button. You're going to make sure that everything is happy, and you're going to hit reprime again. Okay, once it starts priming, you're then going to continue hammering away at the filter. In our experience, it takes at least 3 saline bags to get most of the bubbles out. Oh wait, and you're going to then, because it does a full repriming, you are going to hang up the floss bag halfway through the priming cycle. After that, yeah, we'll then show you what the cartridge looks like after it's been primed properly. Okay. After 4 bags have run through, your cartridge is good to go. It shouldn't have any bubbles left in it. The last thing that you need to do is then strap your cartridge onto your circuit. So just rotate it around a bit like this. Okay, you need to grab a piece of elastoplast and very gently pull it behind without catching it. This is probably the trickiest part of the entire process. Okay, go. Strap that on. Make sure your cartridge has a nice amount of give over there, and you can just pull your elastoplast and give it a good strapping down. Outside, and make sure it's stuck onto the other kidney. Make sure your connections are nice and loose. Make sure that that's not pulling too hard. There you go. Okay. After that, you then go to prime test button. Once this is complete, your set is now ready to use. Next is that you have to write your dialysis script. So the dialysis script that you're going to do, this is the example of what it is. Most patients should be stable. We're going to use CVVH, and we're doing a priming dose. The flow is 150 to 200. We're not going to be taking off fluid. The pre-dilution will be about 500. You're not going to have any post-dilution. Your heparin rate is between 5 to 10 moles per kilogram. Your bolus is about 10 to 20 moles per kilogram. Your potassium depends on your gas. You run the gas, you run it for 6 hours, and then remember to collect the blood sample just as it's finishing. So hopefully that shows you how to set up a dialysis machine. If you run into any problems, do feel free to give me a call. I should be able to walk you through any troubleshooting. And yeah, good luck, and hopefully we can get the study on its way and get some good results. Thanks so much for your help and for listening to this horribly long video. Cheers.